This is a Jet 24, Funk 66, YourErie.com special report.
We want to go, good evening, by the way. We want to go first off here at the 6 o'clock hour down to Erie City Hall live. Erie's Mayor Joe Schember has requested time to speak with the media this evening. We're not exactly sure what the mayor has decided that he wants to talk about, but we do know that we've been told that it's important, and that is why we are going live at Erie City Hall. Are we ready to go down there now? Are we ready? All right.
Should I start? Okay. Sergeant Jeff Annunziata of the City of Erie Police Department sent an email to members of the media containing racist and derogatory statements and assertions. I condemn these statements. I am appalled and disgusted by the racial insensitivity of his email. This kind of prejudice has no place within the Erie Police Department or within the City of Erie. We will not tolerate discrimination or racism. As Mayor of the City of Erie, I am terminating the employment of Jeff Annunziata as an Erie police officer. Our officers take an oath that says, I will diligently discharge duties as a police officer for the City of Erie without partiality, malice, or ill will. When I swear them in, this is the last statement that they must recite, and this is extremely important to me. Our officers must protect and serve all residents. Since taking office in January of 2018, I have been vocal about our vision to create a community of choice that is welcoming and celebrates our rich cultural diversity. Everything that we have done has been focused on achieving that vision. We have been working hard to build relationships in the community and to heal the deep scars of racism and prejudice. The views and language expressed in the email diminishes the trust between the police and the community at a time when that trust and partnership is critically needed. Now, I turn the microphone over to Chief Dan Smazzarni. Chief?
I speak for the command staff when I say that we are all sickened by the language of Mr. Annunziata. We took an oath to protect and serve. Mr. Annunziata's language should not be construed as to reflect the rest of the Erie Police Department. Upon discovering the email, I directed Internal Affairs Inspector to perform an internal investigation. Our investigation confirmed that he sent the email, that he sent it from his City of Erie email account, and that within his email he identified himself as a police officer. I immediately suspended Mr. Annunziata. Though our country was founded with the long-standing principle of freedom of speech, the City of Erie Police cannot and will not allow taxpayer money to be used to spread hatred and bigotry. Mr. Annunziata's views are not reflective of the Erie Police Department. His actions, including sending this email, warrants immediate termination. The Erie Police Department recognizes that public trust and confidence in the police is critical to performing effective policing and is achieved through fair and equitable treatment of the public. Thank you.
Since this is a personnel matter, the Chief and I will take no questions. However, our attorney, Ed Betza, will be available for questions. Does anyone have any for Attorney Betza?
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Go ahead. Do you want to come up?
Yeah, so we can hear what you're saying. Yeah, I wanted to start off by asking you through the investigation, were you able to ascertain whether Sergeant Annunziata was working at the time that he sent this email?
He was not working at the time the email was sent, but it was used, he sent it through a City of Erie account.
Do you expect legal pushback here over this firing? What makes you confident that you have the grounds to do that?
Well, I'm not going to comment on the grounds. We believe that it was the right action. He has a right to grieve it, and he has a right to use the legal process to challenge the city's action today.
Is it accurate to say that the bigger concern isn't that he made the statements, but that he made them from a work account that he was a police officer?
I don't know that it's fair to diminish the statements. The statements themselves are significant and to anyone reading them, troubling. The fact that it was sent from a City of Erie account is what makes it much more a City of Erie matter.
I guess what I'm saying is, would it be protected free speech if he hadn't been in that official capacity?
It would depend on what was said and what manner and how it was said.
Approximately how much time was there between the email being sent and the city taking this action?
I don't know. I don't have the email, so I don't know the exact amount of time. But we followed the proper process, which includes the investigation and also includes speaking with the individual.
Does that include, do you guys speak to the FOP, kind of give them any discussion with them on this as well?
Anytime we meet with a police officer or any union employee, which could result in discipline, the union is apprised. The FOP was apprised of this, and we had the opportunity to meet with both the FOP and the officer.
Any indication that they will fight this?
No, I mean, it's their legal right to do so, but they have not indicated what they wish to do at this point. This just happened.
And given that this email shows pretty clear racial animus on the part of President Annunziata, do you have any plans, does the city have any plans to look back at his work history, at any history of complaints against him, or his history as a police officer to see if that reached into any of his behavior there?
That's not something that I'm privy to at this point, but certainly the city will always look at any action that it's taken to make sure that it was fair and equitable.
In the midst of that investigation, what are sort of those key metrics you're looking for? Are there boxes you're able to check of, yes, this happened, that happened?
Well, I think the first box is, did he send it? The answer is yes. And then the second box was, did he use, as was referred to, taxpayer money to send it? He used the City of Erie account. So that now makes it a city matter, and that really escalates the concern. But I don't want to diminish the comments. The comments themselves, no matter in which form they're made, are troubling.
And your notification to him did that come immediately before this press conference here? Or?
It did.
And the city ever terminated an officer before based on an email that has been sent from the town?
I've been here about 2.5 years. I don't know the history. It hasn't happened in the past 2.5 years. I'm not aware of it, but that may be the case. However it's been handled in the past, I guess from our perspective, I don't particularly care. I'm more worried about what's right now.
How do you feel this can help kind of send a message to the community that you guys are working to make sure there is no racial comments being made, that the city kind of follows the mayor's initiative for the city?
This whole process is painful and at times can be pretty darn ugly. But what I think the mayor has always promised, and in the time that I've had the chance and the pleasure to work with the mayor, it's always been open. And as we've seen recently, there have been some ugly moments, but they're all out in the open. And so I think that as time goes on and the city continues to see the actions that the mayor takes and the administration take, there will be increasing confidence, not decreasing.
Provided that the determination stands and there's not a legal fight that eventually reverses that. Can you explain what happens in terms of benefits, pension, that sort of stuff? Does that cease immediately?
I don't. It does not. I mean, I don't know all of the history and how long and what pension eligibility is with this individual, and it would be inappropriate for me to comment. Thank you.
All right, you have just heard from Erie Mayor Joe Schember, the police chief Dan Spizzarni, and the city solicitor Ed Betza regarding the termination of 34-year police veteran Sergeant Jeff Annunziata. The sergeant's termination or firing, the mayor said, due to racist remarks in an email. sent to the mayor. And Chief Spizzarni said, quote, he was sickened by the language of, and I noted that he said Mr. Annunziata a couple of times instead of Sergeant. Obviously, Jeff Annunziata, no longer, as far as the city sees it, a member of the Erie Police Department. They said that an internal investigation revealed the email was sent from a City of Erie account, although Annunziata was not working at the time he sent the email. Ed Betsis said that the FOP has not indicated what they'll be doing next. So just to repeat, Sergeant Jeff Annunziata of the Erie Police Department, a 34-year veteran of the department, has been terminated by the City of Erie, by the Mayor of Erie, for what the mayor termed racist remarks in an email sent to Mayor Joe Schember. We will have much more on this tonight. We had a crew there. You might have heard our own Chelsea Withers there in the audience asking questions. We'll have much more on this as the story develops this evening. Want to get to some other news making headlines on this Thursday night. A man wanted on multiple felony warrants